I'm just a lazy video gamer, even too lazy to make a new intro. Hello out there in video land, it's me again, the lazy video gamer, and welcome to this little show. I didn't have actually mind to do, but there's some other topics that I want to talk about, and I skip the regular show from this Sunday to the next Sunday. Okay, first I want to mention, of course, first quarter of 25, the Polymega gun should be released, right? Yes, no, but it seems very funny or sad. They're putting out month after month various discs. They're now on the 8 game compilation. They're putting out instead of the gun, and in typically play marching manners. They also released a new firmware update, cause the old stuff doesn't work properly. Surprise, surprise. Okay, no word about the legendary Polymega app. They worked so hard on it, and no word about the download shop they announced years ago, and with years I mean 5 years. Okay, what you see in the back is, of course, also not the topic that I wanna go into deep in this episode. It's Final Fight CD. Why I'm showing this? Well, I love hacks and I love homebrews, and yeah, I was lately on a shopping tour, and there are great hacks and things out there who, if you can live with let me say compromise, you can have decent fun. For example, Streets of Rage 2. Maybe I do one day episode on that as well, but there are so many hacks out there, and yeah, you can have fun with those games if you are willed to live with a compromise. And yes, I live also with the compromise of reproductions. So there is, of course, a reason for that. This game is running in the back, and I want to talk about that before I come to the main topic of the show. Keep on track, of course. Okay, there's a hack out there for the Mega CD from the great Torionaka 16 for a reasonable price, but yeah, I'm not pretty sure should I or should I not. Why? Because I have the original Mega CD PAL version of Final Fight, and it is, of course, a blast in my opinion for the Mega CD. The European and the American version, if I'm thinking about, I'm not pretty sure, but 100% guaranteed, the European version is, of course, a two-player game. Was the big advantage to the Super Nintendo version, who was only a single-player game. But back to what is bad about or sad about this game: you have 3 credits. So you play around and your lad playing around, and then one of you can continue. That's sad. And it's almost impossible, or it is impossible, to finish this version of the game. Now, this hack who is out features 5 continues and the Japanese soundtrack. Also, uncensored writings in the stages and in the intro also. Maybe I showed those little differences between those 2 versions that I actually own now. I'm not quite sure. Okay, back to the topic, to the point. The Japanese version also features 5 continues, but it doesn't stop there. The new version, they added some new sounds in the main game and some color update. For me personally, I mean, I have so many possibilities on the caps or on the Nintendo Switch, all those games, download bundles you can have for Final Fight nowadays. There are the arcade versions, so I'm not quite sure, but yeah. So it seems that this new hack is a mixture out of the Japanese version and something amazing. Because I say amazing, yeah, this color upgrade. I was curious in Street Fighter 2 Hyper Special Champion Edition, what is the difference, except for the different artwork, and I saw it brings me a lot of fun with this Mega Drive hack, with enhanced colors and sound. So maybe one day when I'm in the mood, or yeah. But now I want to talk about something that in fact always was one of those games I checked on every clone console that I purchased, on every Pandora box that I built in, and I also made a special about this game on the history of this game as well in the last season, so feel free to check that out as well. I really think I'm done it nicely. But yeah, it's one of my arcade beloved games. It's Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. And there was this game, or this cartridge, that triggers me to made an offer of a couple of games as well, and here it is, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs for the Mega Drive. So okay, let's face it, for the Sega Genesis it doesn't run on a PAL system, and yeah, if you take a look even on the title screen, it seems that this game is coming out of Brazil. Why? Brazil has very strict laws when it comes to electronic devices from foreign countries, and they have to do for new things all by themselves, and that is actually a pretty awesome thing for me as a freak and let me say a lover boy of those old consoles that I grew up with. And what is sad about this game, when I played it first, I realized you have only one life, and when you going game over, you're starting in the last scene. So it could be that you have not a good luck and have to replay a lot of enemies and battles. It is also in some points very glitchy. You can walk out of the screen, especially on top of the screen, and the enemies follows you and don't come back, or don't come back for a long time. So yeah, it is of course not called a reproduction or a homebrew. It's actually called a demake. A demake is when you have an IP of nowadays and you're making a game somehow on a console that was a long time before. Also in this scene there are so many games out there. For example, Halo has some remakes for the Atari 2600. It's crazy what is not officially out there in the wild, but for fans of a certain console it's a good fun. And when I'm thinking about Cadillacs and dinosaurs, with this only one life, it is and very much unfair places. You have to play it, and you have to will to play it further. So when I played it first, I was already on the second screen, game over, and tired. Then I booted it up a couple of times more, and I played it more, and I had some progress in the game, but yeah, sadly, also places in later stages where I gave up for now. Yeah, so that was it for this little show, and I just want to mention, if you're interested in such games, you have, of course, or had to have the will to play more than just a little easy peasy round, like in nowadays games. Those were the times where you had to read a manual to get a hint to beat a certain opponent or a certain stage, or for let me say that in that way, important features of the games. When I come to this game back, when I love to play the original, and I never understood why they never released it. Okay, watch my special if you wanna have some explanations on that. But I think also for a person who only has a Mega Drive and with a lad, I never played it in 2-player mode, so I can't say if are you totally gone game over, or discontinue the stage when one character dies. So if you only have a Mega Drive and you want to play this game, maybe it's something for you as well. Yeah, as you can see in the lighting, it's a wonderful day today, and I wish you a fantastic rest of Sunday and a great week. And don't forget, the game is never over.